What's up, fam, and welcome to Monday Musings with Kissa, where I share what the heck happened last week, what's going on this week, and a story time, not in that particular order. This is the video companion to my Substack newsletter that I send out every week. So if you're not already subscribed, there's a button here where you can do so, and content as of this recording is currently free. All right, y'all, are you excited to hear about what happened last week? Well, I'm excited to tell you. Last week was amazing. We had our sampling event last week. We had no idea what to expect, and it went really, really well. We had really great feedback from the people that attended and for the people that sampled, and I have some reaching out to do with some contacts that I made while we were there at the event. I'm so grateful that we pulled through because we were exhausted from the weekend before, and we had to pull a really long day on Monday to scramble and get things done so that we were ready to go by Tuesday. To be honest with you, last week after that event, I just clocked out. I zoned out for the rest of the week because it was so mentally taxing on me to just be on and be networking with people. It's been a really long time since I've done that on a consistent basis. And even then, when I was doing it in the past, my social battery always kind of drains a little bit. So I was done for the week. Like I said, I did the bare minimum because I was just mentally and physically exhausted. I even had to skip my newsletter on Thursday, and that was the first time in a really long time that I didn't send anything out. And if I'm being honest with you, ever since then, I have been feeling this sense of like overwhelm kind of like sweeping over my body. And if there is one thing that I can kind of describe it as, it's just this feeling of overwhelm that I can't do it all. And if we're being honest, I probably can't. There's a lot on my plate right now, and I just have to understand that I'm human and I can only do so much. But that leads into my story time. Because of the overwhelm, I was just feeling completely defeated because in the past few weeks, I have really felt like I've been on my game. I've been in the pocket, as I've mentioned, just staying on top of all the things that I've been responsible for. And to drop the ball, actually, I'm saying that wrong, to feel like I needed a break and needed a rest, felt like I was dropping the ball. And I felt really disappointed in myself. So what did I do? I allowed myself to feel like that the rest of the week. I allowed myself to just do what I could and not try to exceed my own expectations. And then I decided on Sunday, I was gonna do a reset. I personally know that the quickest thing that'll turn me around and get me to start being productive and motivated and more like myself again is to improve my environment. So the first thing I did was when we went to church and got back, I started tidying up around the house. I would spend 10 minutes in one area, move on to the next. I started doing the laundry. I gave the kids a bath. I cleaned the bathroom. I did all these things because knowing me, my environment was going to positively affect me as long as I knew I was taking steps to get my environment tidy up. It's like when my environment is tidy, my mind is tidy. So what's the plan for this week? Honestly, it's just to get back on track. I want to continue that momentum from Sunday and just do 1% better every time just to start that momentum building again. Every small step that I take will definitely compound over time. And how do I know that? Because I've done it before. So I just need to remind myself, yes, things might feel scattered. I might feel overwhelmed right now, and that's okay because a lot is happening. But I don't need to do any big gestures. I don't need to do a full-on reset. I just need to start with one foot in front of the other, do a little bit every day, and it'll compound over time. Another thing that I've really been thinking about this week is our Hawaii trip. And if I haven't told you yet, the family is going to Hawaii, y'all. We're going for spring break. And me and Charlie are so excited. The kids, Micah has been, but he was really, really young when we went. So they don't really know what to expect, except that they know it'll be somewhat similar to our Cabo trip over the summer. So they're pretty excited too, but I can't tell you how excited, but also kind of nervous I feel. So I have three main focuses before we leave for Hawaii. On the business side, our Amazon store is booming. I am so grateful for that. But my goal is to make sure our Amazon store stays as stocked as possible before we leave. That way I'm not stressing about it. I'm not worried about our store, and it's all set and ready to go before we leave our trip. That way we can continue to make money while we're on vacation. Goal number 2 is to buy summer clothes and swim stuff for us. It is hot in Hawaii, as you guys know, and I am so excited to hit the beach, go to the swimming pools, drink the Mai Tais and all the things. But I need to buy some new clothes. I've lost some weight, which I'm super proud of, but that means I do need new clothes for the trip. And then the kids have also outgrown their water shoes and their swim clothes, so I'm going to give them a few new pieces as well. And that's perfect because here where we live, it's starting to get hot. I'm talking like in the 90s next week, which I am not loving in any way, shape, or form. But at least I'll also have those clothes ready for that summer weather. And then goal number 3 is to just have the house ready by the time we leave. So one of the things that I hate coming home to is like a messy house with junk all over the place. So things do get frantic, and I know they get frantic when we're about to leave for a trip. So that's why those small incremental steps that I've been talking to you about is going to definitely help with keeping the house tidy before we leave for the trip so that the mess is minimal. And when we come home, I'm not walking into a space that feels incredibly stressful for me. So I want to make sure that any perishable food is going to either be eaten or thrown away. We have someone to come and pick up the mail for us, put the trash bins out, and just take care of the house in general while we're away. And then last thing is just have minimal laundry in our dirty clothes hampers, because when we get back, there's going to be luggages full of laundry that needs to get done. So that is what I have planned for the week. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. For the full Monday Musings experience, be sure to subscribe to that Substack at justkissa.substack.com. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with a friend, like it, do all the things, because I have more content coming that I hope will inspire you and your community. Until next time, friends, know that you are a blessing, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Bye.